guys, it's me again, and I am here to tell you that I have a haul. Um, it's not a very big haul, I should say. Well, kinda. But anyways, it's from multiple places. We have, I think, Mocha Moose, Carriage House, and Venice Pavilion, I think. So, I have a little bit of each place. And this is all more my kind of taste than the last haul I did. So here we go. Okay guys, first item. I got these at Mocha Moose Cafe and Antiques. They were $10 a piece. She had like 5 or 6 of them, but these were the only 2 that had lids to them. They're identical, except of course they're 2 different recordings, but they are going for like, I don't know, $20, something like that online right now at this time. But there's nothing wrong with these. I mean, I don't know if they play or not, but they're good for display purposes, I think. I just think they're cool. And I love the graphics on them. So I got 2 of these, and I did get a little miniature vintage photo frame, picture frame, something like that. But I did some kind of craft with it, and I'm actually going to do a video of some of my creations because I've been kind of busy with that here lately. So I'm going to save it and show you that when I do that video. Okay, so next item, I got this, which it's just it's a vintage piece, of course, but it's just a little cloche, and it looks like, well, it's got some roping going around it, and it has been glued, so you cannot take it apart. But luckily, this one doesn't have any junk inside of it. Like some of them I've run across where, you know, you can't open it unless you break the glass to clean it. So it must have been pretty airtight the way they glued it. It looks like these are dried flowers. Looks like maybe we have some carnations and roses, I guess, and a real butterfly right here. They used to do this. It kind of reminds me of Victorian taxidermy because of the way they've got it arranged. But I know I paid under $10 for it, and I thought it was just really cute, and that, you know, somebody would like it, even though we have this little petal that's kind of displaced itself. But I still think it's pretty. Another item I got was this Madonna planner, and she's very pretty. She's all did up with her gold. She doesn't have any chips or cracks or anything. I don't see a maker's mark, but she's in excellent shape. So, and I always seem to sell these pretty well when I, you know, list them in my shop. They never stay around too long. So, and I think I paid, like I said, maybe around, I think $10, something like that, for her. And then, not too far from her, I found this, which doesn't have a hanger or anything, which is kind of odd, but I guess you could prop it up or something like that. But the reason why I was attracted to it is because of it's kind of like pearlized. So, I don't know if you can see that real well with the lighting, but it's very pretty. So I'm really unsure. It kind of feels like plastic, but I really don't know if it is. But it was $10, and I thought it was well worth it. And it's just unusual. I haven't seen one like this, so I grabbed that. Let's see. What else did I get? Oh, these are cool. They're different, that's for sure, because I've never seen anything like it. But we have vintage-looking trophy-like cups that are salt and pepper shakers. And they're all plastic, but the front plate is like a metal on there. And, you know, the one's engraved S and the other one's engraved P. The only thing I found wrong with it is, which one is it? Well, fudge. Now I can't find it. Why does that always happen? Oh, here we go. See that little crack right there? Yeah, on the lid. So, anyways. But they were $8. I'm pretty sure $8 for these. But I thought they were just too cool and too different to pass up. I've never seen anything like it. You know, I know they're vintage, but I don't know the year. So I grabbed these dudes. And the next thing I got, and I hope I'm not doing too much movement with the camera. These weren't in this jar. I bought some for myself, and then I bought a few to sell, just to see how they would sell. But these are Civil War artillery they were dug up from the field of, I hope I'm not going to butcher this name, Chickamauga or something like that. But I got them like 3 for $10 or 1 for $5 or something like that. So they're heavy. But I thought it was just a cool piece of history, and I love different odds and ends like this, especially displayed in some kind of jar or something. So I just thought that was cool. And I got this, I think, at Venice Pavilion, and he didn't have very many left. So even if it does sell, I'm not quite sure I'm going to be able to get my hands on any more of them, but let's hope. That's all we can do. Oh, guys. I have a cough drop in my mouth because I've been dealing with allergies really bad. I don't know why. I have no clue. So I figured it was better than me clearing my throat every 5 seconds and aggravating the snot out of you. Plus, I'm going to take this minute to tell you guys that if you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And don't forget to give me the thumbs up. And if you leave any comments, even if it's just a hi, that always helps too. And if you do hit the bell will, that, in other words, basically just gets you a notification and lets you know when, you know, I put up a new video. So, anyways, I had to throw that in there. Okay, next I got this, which I thought was really cool. It says on the box, it's from 1940. And it says Jumbo Ring Toss Game. The only thing wrong with it is this part right here. Other than that, it's in great shape, but it's a cool display piece. And it has one elephant, and it's got like a wooden stand where you stand the elephant up. And it's got 3 different size rings that you can, of course, toss and get them on the elephant snout there. But I paid too much for it, of course, but I paid $15 for this, and I'm reselling it, so we'll see what happens with it. But I don't know. These old games like this with the graphics, especially this type of graphic, I love it. So I figured somebody would enjoy it, especially somebody who collects things like this, or it would be great for a child's room, for decorating a child's room. Got that. And this awesome piece right here, I've had before. And it is large. Let's see if I can go back on it and you can see it a little bit better. Well, not really. But it's big. It's a big piece. And it's like a clear blown glass. And it's a lily. But it's got some detailing like this. And down here to make it kind of look like a petal. Petals, I guess. But the one I had before was all mottled and kind of funky on the bottom. This one's like almost in perfect condition. It's not frosted like the other one, but I think I paid about $10 for this. And it's got the felted bottom. But this would be more like something that you would use as like a centerpiece, maybe at a dinner table or something when you're having an event. Wherever you put it, it's definitely going to get noticed because it is a large piece, but it's gorgeous and it doesn't have anything wrong with it that I can see. And this I thought was really cool because I love the graphics on it. And it's big. Snowbird polish mop. Don't know exactly what it is. You know, it does have some rusting and a few dings on it. Paid too much for this too, but I don't know. I love the I love the lettering and the bird on there, and I just thought it would be really cool display piece. And if nobody buys it, I'm gonna keep it. I paid $25 for this. Yes, I know, smacked me upside the head, but I don't know. It was just one of those things. Um, you know, I am a sucker for graphics, and this was just like right on the money for me. I just thought it was awesome. So I got that. And guys, this right here, these are awesome. Now, I think I might keep these for myself. They're definitely old, but there's a pair of them. These are metal frames, and here's the other one. And I just think it's the cutest thing ever. And you're not going to believe it, but for both of these old frames, which I would guess to say that they're probably antiques. I could be wrong. You can tell me. But $5. The lady at the counter, when I went and I checked out, and she's like, both of these frames for $5? I'm like, yeah. She's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, if I'd have found them, I'd have snapped them up. And I'm like, well, that's exactly what I did. So, yeah, $5 for both of these. That's just like totally crazy. And they're just so cute. So, I got those. And I have the coolest thing almost ever that I've ever picked up. Gosh, and that's coming towards the end of the video, but I was just like totally stoked when I found this. Okay, I got this, which I paid $5 for this, and it says anise oil, and it's got a pharmacy on here, a prescription. And the only thing about it, of course, is it's cool. It's a cool old prescription, a little bottle, you know, with the cork top. And it's just a cool piece if you like vintage medical like I do. And this, of course, you know why I got it. As soon as you see it, you're going to know why I got it. Clevenger Funeral Home, Brookville, Indiana, which is not too far from me. It's probably about 35 minutes from me. But it is a funeral fan. And I just thought it was cool. It doesn't have any, you know, beautiful picture or anything on the front of it. I guess they made this cardboard look kind of like bamboo, or I don't know, something like that. But I just thought it was neat because of the fact, of course, it was from a funeral home and it was $10. So I snagged that. And I'm going to grab something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, this is what I grabbed. Right here. And let me show you the rest of it. It is an antique Victorian era ostrich feather morning fan. I was so excited when I found this. You know, it's not in excellent shape, I should say. You know, you can see a little bit of junk here on the veins of this, but, you know, the feathers are not, you know, missing. It's not in pieces. It's completely intact. And I was just, I mean, overwhelmed with joy when I found it. Kind of like when I found those morning pins. But I paid $50 for this, which is well worth it. And I did have verification of its age because the lady I purchased it from was probably in her 70s. She said that she purchased it at an estate sale. the lady at the estate sale was an older woman, and it was the great grandmother's. And there was a black and white photo that showed a picture of her holding this fan. But of course, they wanted to keep the photo because, you know, family heirloom. They wanted to keep it for, you know, their family to pass on. But they did sell this fan, so I picked this up, and it's actually already sold. It's going to go out the door on Monday. So I was just, you know, it's just not something you run into every day. So I grabbed it, and I was very tempted to keep it for myself, but I did not. And this right here, this gorgeous, gorgeous piece. This is my ultimate piece. Look at that. Is that not the most awesome thing you've ever seen? I was like, I looked up and I seen it because it was propped up on top of a bookshelf, and I was just blown away. And basically, it is an old piece of furniture that has been hacked. This is like the top portion, because if you like move this, I don't know if I can do it or not because it's so heavy. But underneath here, you see that? There's like a lit area, like a bulb, and it's been like, the electric has been clipped. So it must have been like cut off the top of an old piece of furniture. But the top of it here, see all of this? It's kind of all pieced together to make this rounded form. But is it not awesome or what? And I just thought this would be cool, like sitting on top of, you know, a piece of furniture or something, a high piece of furniture, like maybe a bookshelf or anything like that, just as kind of like a focal point. But this cherub, this little chubby face, I don't know, I just couldn't get over it. So I paid $65 for this piece, which probably, I guess in retrospect, wasn't exactly, you know, a lot of money for something like this, because I guess you could probably just take this piece right here and it'd probably sell for that or more. So, but I don't know, I just couldn't get over it. I love it. I fell in love with it, so I grabbed it. You know me. And then there is another piece that I grabbed too that is large. Okay, I am not lifting this, so I'm going to show you it right where it sits. And see my fat knees. It is just like a, I don't know, a display case that you can set on a tabletop or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what it would have been for. It's got the little notches in it where you could put, you know, something in there to prop it up. But it was $45, and I love it because it's got these like curved glass sides to it. And I don't know, it's just cool for like maybe oddities and curiosities, something like that. But I couldn't pass it up. And I think the back of it said like the Bombay Company, which I know who they are because of the fact that I've actually purchased something from the Bombay Company. I purchased a carousel horse, a large carousel horse from them. So they did have quality stuff. And so I thought it was well worth it. So I may use this to display some of my, you know, some of my tidbits. But I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to keep it. You know, I don't know how well this would actually ship. That might be a disaster because of the glass. So we got that. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed my picks, my haul, what I got. And if you're interested in some of the things that you've seen, the items I do have for sale, I always list them in my Etsy shop, and there's always a link to my Etsy shop in the description of the video. And also, if you want to keep up to date, follow me on Instagram. That's where you're going to get the most current information. And till next time, guys, see you later.